Are you ready for some Grindbach action? Hey guys, and welcome in this one. And today is the last one before the real competition. Finally, after the 1 year of a break between the actual real competition, drifting competition, it's time to prepare for the real thing. We are currently in Grindbach, sitting in my refreshed virtual S15. And what left to do? I think that I will do some solo runs and maybe describe how it looks for me from this perspective. Yeah, through the chicane, 4th gear engaged, flick the cars, try to stay in the middle, maintaining the smooth arc without many corrections, try to avoid extensive braking here, then into the slow down section. After this inside clipping point we got another outside, after which only we can brake according to the briefing sent us to the organizers. 3rd gear, try to stay in the middle before the last transition and smoothly into the outside, which is our finish line. So that's the quick description. This track is really tricky, to be honest. The first corner is really long. It has like 3 apexes which are blind, so you cannot see what's after them. You have to believe that the tarmac is still there. And after that there is a really slow down section. There are like 2 hairpins, and after the second one you need to pull the 3rd gear and accelerate, which could be also tricky, especially for the chase car. We need the opponent, and here he is. Hello, Lucas.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
All good, thank you.
You good? You good? Are you ready for some Grindbach action?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, boy.
The real one or this one?
Ah, that's a good question. Let's start with this one, maybe. You good?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go then.
Warm up.
Ah, warm up.
Warm up.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good excuse always.
I was trying. At least I was trying.
Good warm up.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not too bad.
I made some runs before, but like you said, I had some excuse at least. You actually saw the track in real life. I didn't, so I wonder how realistic it is.
Yeah. You know, Assetto Corsa is not fully realistic, let's say.
Yeah.
Straightforward, but it's not too bad. I think it's quite the thing as it is in reality, you know. The first corner is funny because once the car initiates, you can only see the smoke appearing, and the car appears again only before the hairpin. And then you can see only the smoke. So this is the.
But the first corner is kinda uphill, yeah.
It's downhill first, and
downhill.
Then it goes flat and uphill again. It's hard to tell, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't remember that quite well, but I remember that you could see only the smoke because of the tire bales and stuff like that.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, and the elevation changes.
I will try for some another
Austria. It's Alps.
clear, hopefully.
It's mountains. Mountain round. The views are very nice, to be honest. So, try to initiate and be careful with the angle. Actually, I'm too careful right now about it. And I'm driving at a really low angle, but at least I'm sticking somehow too close to his door, even too close. This is the tricky part, because you're going through the smoke and you don't see quite well where your opponent starts to brake. also the second to last transition, where not only you need to predict where your opponent is, but you also need to upshift.
I was just going to ask you about the first corner, because it looks like it is a couple of small corners stick together that can be drifted in so many different ways.
Yeah, like...
And I just noticed that I drove it 3 times, each time different.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you cannot aim for the apex in the first corner, because once you reach the first apex, you definitely cannot be on the second apex too, because you will be out in the outside zone, in the grass simply. So you need to stay more in the middle of the first apex of this corner. Then it's hard to aim also towards the inside, because you will never reach the outside. You will have to go with a really small angle towards the outside zone. So you need to stay everywhere in the middle, to be honest, to maintain a smooth arc with the one angle without too many corrections. So it's hard to get any points of reference where you need to position your car, you know, if you know what I mean. So that's why it's really tricky to make a repeatable run in case of a first corner. But once you achieve it, I think it could be a really satisfying thing, because it's possible to like, you know, complete this corner with the one smooth angle only with the slight adjustments, but at the same time you can also complete this corner with a lot of handbrakes and a lot of adjustments, and from the outside it looks like it's the same line, you know. So,
yeah, that might be tricky for even spotting on that track, because each time someone will drive different than before.
Yeah, I think the most important thing will be just to notice how does they initiate, and are they making a lot of corrections, or are they pulling the handbrake in one or the other spot, because it's really tricky to complete this corner without any corrections, without any handbrakes, left foots, or some steering correction.
Yeah, so it will be like he made a feint and that's it, good luck.
Yeah,
you have to handle it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Thank you.
Who knows what he will do this time.
Thank you, Lucas. As knowing that you are my spotter, I feel really safe for this round right now. Excellent.
No, I will be, you know, noting down all the details.
No, thank you. Yeah, all the details. Flick, another flick. Okay.
Handbrake.
Yeah, so even right now that you're on the foot brake like for 3 or 4 times in this corner, just to maintain the smooth arc. He's lucky to make a nice transition. Oh! The wall just got me.
The wall is friendly now. It's not crushing you instantly, you know. You can slide it.
Yeah, it's like you're just slightly bounce of it, but not like you're going on the opposite direction. Oh, this Control B thing in the Assetto is so good.
Yeah, might be useful.
You are just crashing Control B and you are again ready to go. So okay, to sum it up, it looks like the most tricky part would be the first corner, which is simply fast and tricky. It's blind. The opponent can brake in random places because it's hard to really predict how this corner gonna look like in a second for you. And the most tricky part also is this transition, when you need to upshift and still stay close to your opponent, who is accelerating really earlier than you can. So it would be crucial to stay without going into too massive angle from this hairpin before that. That would be the goal.
That's tricky now, and we are using basically the same cars, because my car is pretty much your setup.
I already know how you are driving when you are, you know, close to. I can predict
predict my line.
I can predict your line and when you are about to brake. But if you get some other opponent with different tires, maybe slower, or maybe the same speed, then it might be different car, different setup. Yeah, it's definitely
different ideas.
It's definitely a tricky round. It's fast, it's technical, and I think it's gonna be an exciting one. Especially it's gonna be an exciting one because it's the beginning of the season and we finally can drive our cars again. It's gonna be a double header too, so it's gonna be a very intensive weekend. But if we are waiting so long, I think it's worth to actually experience something intense, something which will give you back the time that you have to wait. So fingers crossed for that, and see you guys in Grindbach. Thank you for watching. Take care.